Thank you. Thank you for being here today. I think as most of you know, on Wednesday we had a very tragic shooting in the city of Long Beach of a 4-year-old boy. And immediately Long Beach Homicide and gang detectives launched an investigation, an intensive investigation to apprehend the perpetrators. I'm very pleased to announce that in less than 48 hours we now have an individual in custody that we believe is responsible for this crime. We're very proud of our police force in Long Beach. I think this demonstrates once again their dedication to duty, their diligence, and their speed at which they apprehend people who commit serious crimes in our city. I also want to thank some other agencies. I want to thank the officials in El Paso, Texas for their assistance in this case. And I also want to thank the Los Angeles County District Attorney's hardcore unit for their support. So this is a good day in the sense that we've got someone off the streets who's committed a very serious crime, particularly on a very young child. And I would like to bring him to the podium now, Deputy Chief Luna, who will give you more details.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for coming. And just before I go on with my notes, just to think for a second of a 4-year-old innocent child being shot. Really just the thought of it is awful. And all the effort that went into this, all of you being here, all the people behind me, there really was an effort all across the board to make sure that the shooter of this 4-year-old child is brought to justice. On Wednesday, July 22nd at about 7 p.m., the Long Beach Police Department was dispatched to the 2100 block of Earl regarding the shooting. When the officers got there, they found that down the street a 4-year-old had been struck by a bullet that wasn't intended for the 4-year-old. It was a shooting between two other parties. We are very pleased to announce that the suspect we believe responsible for this heinous crime is in custody in El Paso, Texas. He is identified as 46-year-old James Leland Landrum, Sr. of the city of Long Beach. Texas law enforcement officials received information regarding the crime through a nationwide Be on the Lookout teletype. From that information, a traffic stop was conducted and the suspect, Landrum, was taken into custody without incident. I would like to thank the public for their assistance, and I want to emphasize that. We always talk about the teamwork necessary between local government, specifically police in the community, and trying to get their assistance in cases like this, and that's for information. We got that information, and it was critical in apprehending the suspect. I'm now going to turn the microphone over to Commander Farinella of our Gangs and Violent Crime Division, where she will give you some of the more specific details about the arrest and the incident.
Thank you. As Chief Luna spoke about our great information received in the community, I'd like to direct your attention to the photograph to my right of suspect Landrum. We would like to reach out to the public once again, and that's why we're putting out the photograph. As you can see, he's traveled from the state of California to the state of Texas where he was apprehended. And any witnesses or citizens that come in with information regarding his travels in the past 48 hours from California to Texas would be much appreciated to help us piece this together. Also, I want to give you an update on the child. He has been now upgraded to stable condition, and our hearts and well-wishing goes out to him and his family for a speedy recovery. As Chief Luna said, it's always a grave, grave situation when a young child is put in this situation, and our hopes is that he comes out of this as a happy young child to grow up to a very old age. Also, I'd like to thank again law enforcement agencies in the state of Texas and El Paso PD, as well as the District Attorney's Office here in California Hardcore Unit, and specifically District Attorney John Landrum. And I'd like to have him come up and say a few words about the investigation and the charges that have been filed against our suspect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Lonergan. I'm the Deputy District Attorney here in the Hardcore Gang Division in the city of Long Beach at the Long Beach Courthouse. We did file, my office, I filed a complaint this morning, a complaint for warrant against the suspect, in this case for 5 counts of attempted murder with the gun allegations and the gang allegations as to all the counts. I just want to thank the Long Beach Police Department. Been working with their homicide detail for several years now, and as most of you are aware, the most critical time in any investigation is the first 48 hours, and they did a tremendous job and a tireless effort in order to investigate this case and get a suspect that we were able to file on. So my hat goes off to them, an outstanding job, and there's no questions. I'll be followed by the Long Beach Police Department. There were 5 counts of attempted murder because there was an adult that was shot at, and there were 4 children. One, as we know, was struck, the 4-year-old boy. However, there's 3 other children in the immediate area of that young man, and the laws allow us to charge attempted murder on those victims also.
Can you expand a little bit more about the gang affiliation you're talking about?
There is a gang allegation filed. What that is the complaint indicates that these 5 counts of attempted murder were done in furtherance of, or for the benefit of, or in association with a criminal street gang. In this case, the evidence, it's alleged this individual belonged to a Long Beach criminal street gang. I won't name that gang because I don't want to give any kind of credence to the gangs out there.
Okay, but you guys believe he is a gang member and not an associate, right?
We're alleging that this is a gang crime.
Right, but that he is a member of the gang, not just an associate of the gang.
I'm not going to. That's not the law. He is charged with 5 counts of attempted murder as a gang member.
Okay.
I can't thank my homicide detectives and gang detectives enough for the relentless follow-up in 48 hours to bring a suspect into custody. And again, we reach out to the public for their assistance in piecing together the last 48 hours with our suspect traveling to Texas. And please call us at 562-570-7244 with any information that may assist our detectives.
Commander, are you guys familiar with this guy? I mean, obviously he's a resident of Long Beach, and so if he's a global gang member, what kind of criminal history are we talking about here?
I'm not going to get into his criminal history, but he does have an extensive criminal history.
Okay. So, but is he familiar to some of your gang officers who patrol the streets regularly?
He is familiar to our gang detectives, that's correct. I'm going to bring up Detective Mendoza, who is the case agent on this case.
Thank you, Commander. I'm Daniel Mendoza, M-E-N-D-O-Z-A, and I am a homicide detective for the City of Long Beach. And first and foremost, I just want to thank the community for helping us in this investigation, being forthcoming, taking the time to speak with us, to meet with us, as well as the members of the Long Beach Police Department, the District Attorney's Office, and the City of Long Beach. They, in their trust in us, have given us the ability to go out and do our job. I thank them, and as a result of them having the confidence in us, we have what we have today, a gentleman who we believe to be the person responsible for the shooting of this 4-year-old. If there's any questions I can answer.
When exactly was he arrested?
He was arrested this afternoon. I don't know the exact time. I would say between the hours of 11 o'clock this morning and 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay. And for clarification, can you just kind of walk us back to, so in Texas he's driving down the street, a car with other people. What was the scenario?
As the commander has stated, we don't know the exact route or the mode of transportation. We are reaching out to the public and asking for their assistance to help us determine what that mode was, whether it be plane, car, train, bus, mutual friend. So once again, we ask for the continued support of the community in various communities or counties that he may have traveled through, or even other agencies that he may have had contact with.